again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready because we've got another good one on tap.
And off we go from Denver. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Griffin. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively, really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. The first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Cunningham. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Randall Cunningham, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all. Right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the They're looking for a land, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. This drive starts with a Haskins carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is RG3. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
3rd and long. It's Griffin. And the pressure gets to him again. Mike Singletary. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Johnson to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 3rd and 2, Cunningham. Touchdown! Antonio Gates from 6 yards away. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and make a comeback.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. And he
fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Back of the play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick 6 a moment ago, the second one he's thrown. And we're not to halftime yet.
Ready?
Back to the air, RG3 after the pick 6. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. That's going to be caught by Moss. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Randy Moss, 37 yards. The Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
They really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Griffin over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now it's Griffin. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Griffin. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Griffin. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Terrell Suggs from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got it. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Big play there. 49 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add to their lead. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. On first down, Griffin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Haskins now on first and 10. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Griffin. And he drops it incomplete. Their struggles continue.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Denver's offense now set to go. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Cunningham to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Up the middle, Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Cunningham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Randall Cunningham with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say that a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Griffin. And that'll be off off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
Taken in at the 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section today.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Griffin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Griffin to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running from the gun, Johnson. Oh, he bowls over it. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So out come the Bucs now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Griffin. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly.